Hi there, I'm Jen Grice from jengrice.com. I am an author and a Christian divorce mentor. I help women to reclaim their lives, their boundaries, and their peace after divorce. Today we're talking about what emotionally strong women won't put up with. Point is to not be a doormat anymore. So I have 5 things that emotionally strong women won't put up with. Number 1, dishonesty. If they lie more than once, especially about the same topic, same reason, same type of thing, they'll do it again. They are liars. They're dishonest. That's their character. They lack integrity. So don't allow somebody to have secrets, to delete texts, especially a husband, but to hide girlfriends or even feelings for another woman. Emotionally strong and healthy women, they just walk away. So don't put up with dishonesty. If they lie, they lack integrity and they're going to continue lying. Number 2, emotionally strong women don't put up with selfishness. Have you ever brought up a concern or a need with somebody for them to take the conversation and turn it around about them? You start to say, I feel hurt about, and whatever it is, it may not have anything to do with them at all even, but they will all of a sudden take the conversation and you'll be talking about how you hurt them and how they are hurt by you and your family, and all of a sudden the kitchen sink gets thrown at you. You may be dealing with a selfish person. With a toxic person, the arguments go nowhere. Do you live with somebody who takes the last piece of pizza without asking you if you're interested in it, or the last, or eats all of the cookies, or the last of the cookies, or whatever it is in the refrigerator or cupboard, and you go to get some and they're gone repeatedly? Like, this happens often. You may be dealing with a selfish person. They're not able to think, oh, whoever I'm with might want one as well, and so I should save them one or ask them if they're interested in it, or that kind of thing. If they sit down to have a meal and they don't even ask if you're hungry or if you'd like anything, this is a selfish person, and they don't have empathy to think how you may feel. They're only concerned about how they may feel. And if you're with this kind of person, then you need to walk away. And a third thing that emotionally strong women don't put up with is a person who has apathy. This is a lack of interest or concern. It's similar to the selfishness, but they definitely have an indifference for you or your situation or what you may be feeling or going through. For me, I remember times twice being pregnant and sitting alone in a hospital, and very few people cared that I was even there, including the father. That's apathy, when they just don't even care. If they show you that they don't care, believe them. Actions speak louder than words. Another example of apathy is when somebody dies. I know when I was married and my high school sweetheart passed away, I was dealing with grief and I was told that it was irrational and that my feelings were wrong and I shouldn't be feeling sadness for the death of somebody I hadn't seen in years. And for me, it was, sadness that I felt I had a right to have, but because somebody else did in my life, I had to hide those feelings. And somebody who doesn't understand that you may have feelings has an empathetic character. They just don't care about your feelings. The fourth thing that emotionally strong women don't put up with is disrespect. Disrespect is to act in an insulting way. also to think that they don't have rights that humans have, thinking that they're lesser than or don't have value or worth, thinking very little of them. So if you're screamed at or there's abuse, if you're blamed, told you're crazy, too emotional, that's disrespect. Disrespect for your rights as a human being, as a person with thoughts and feelings of your own. Lastly, the fifth thing that emotionally strong women won't put up with is disloyalty. Disloyal people will talk about you behind your back. They will play people against each other. They play mind games. So some examples of that would be if you are friends with somebody and then you have a disagreement with one person, instead of that person coming to you and talking about it, they go to other people and talk about it and corral those people to stop talking to you too. And all of a sudden there are several people who aren't talking to you and you have no idea why, but come to find out that one person had an issue with you, and instead of assertively coming to you and working out that issue, they brought in 2, 3, 4 other people to also have an issue with you. This often happens in families and in friendships, and it's really just a way to show that they have no loyalty towards you. And really, if the people that were able to be manipulated by the first person, those people weren't loyal to you either. Loyal people are assertive to you, tell you the truth, and they don't talk about you behind your back. If someone that I am loyal to, a friend, is to come to me and say, I have an issue with somebody else, my response to them would be, please talk to that other person about the issue that you have with them. So to go a little more depth into some things, don't put up with mistreatment. There's no excuse, no justification for somebody to mistreat you, to call you names, to accuse you of things you didn't do, to, treat you badly, poorly. And don't allow them to justify their, anger or their upset. Healthy people will talk it out rather than just mistreating people. And I don't buy into the lie that hurting people hurt people, because hurting people can learn how to be assertive as well and work out their issues. Don't try to reason with somebody who's mistreating you or who is disloyal, dishonest. This is their character. Their character, you can't change them. They can only change themselves. So when you try to reason and try to help them to change, you can once say, this is an issue, and then they don't change, and give them some advice. But then if they just don't want to hear it, if they don't want to be changed, or they don't want to work on themselves, then you need to just walk away and let God handle it. And don't apologize when you have not done something wrong. I know for me in the past, I have had a hard time with apologizing all the time. I'd say, I'm sorry for everything. And it took somebody telling me that I apologized so much that I was blamed for everything because I apologized so much, to realize that I needed to change what I was saying and what I was feeling, obviously. So now, instead of apologizing so much, I often use thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your understanding that I'm late. Thank you for your understanding that this is how I feel, or this is what I need. Also, like I talked about in another video, is keep your control. Don't be triggered or give it away. It just wastes time and energy and leads to more lack of peace in your life. So if the character wants to engage in trying to blame you or win you back after you've walked away, then just make sure you keep your control and don't be triggered by them. Also, don't explain or defend yourself. I've been caught in this trap many times myself of wanting to explain myself or explain my feelings or defend myself. You don't need to do that, and I don't either, for that matter. There's no need to use your energy like that either, and you owe no one an explanation. Be willing to fail. You're not a failure. And if you're a divorced woman, divorce doesn't define you. So let go of the shame and allow yourself to prove them right. I know for me, I stayed trapped in an abusive marriage because my mother told me that I couldn't make it as a married woman, and I wanted to prove her wrong. But I had to realize that I was living a life just to prove somebody else instead of just living my life for what was best for me. And you have to get to the point where you just let go of trying to prove things to people and start just being who you are supposed to be and being on the path that you're supposed to be on, that God has for you. You can make mistakes and learn from your mistakes and then not let it define you. It only keeps us trapped in unhealthy situations when we don't learn from these mistakes. Don't play the victim. Be the victor. Be the survivor, the warrior, and the thriver. Stand tall and make hard, strong decisions that are right for you and for your household or family or children. Strong women are able to make decisions and live with those decisions that they make. So to recap, emotionally strong women don't put up with dishonesty, selfishness, apathy, disrespect, or disloyalty. Emotionally strong women are working on their emotional health and wanting to surround themselves with emotionally healthy people as well. So if you've been around a little while, you know that it's been a few weeks since I posted a new video, and I wanted to let you know that I was working on my book, and it's finally finished in here. Links below if you'd like to purchase it. But I plan on sharing some more videos in the future, and I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon.